Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today we continue on with John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend, and we have got a good one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Hey, blue, go. Yellow, 43. Hey, red. Set.
Love looking to throw it. Over the middle, pass caught by Warren. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Go red, black, 6. Yellow, go. Blue, black. Clawed red. Blue, go. Hey, red. Light blue. Cut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now Love going to change things up.
At the 36-yard line.
Field, black. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Go red. Blue, 32. Set, cut.
Running left, it's Warren. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the Bills' 21-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's got room to roam. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jonnu Smith with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Alert!
In motion right, that's Hardman. Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You look at this Steeler defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
I mean, you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL. It does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that it's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
This defense for the Steelers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Throwing now is Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson from 3 yards out. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Come on, set. 33, 6, red, yellow.
To throw now. Here's Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
32, set.
Throwing. Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here, you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Red, 38. Hey, red. Needle blue. Push.
Again, it's Love. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
50, green.
Now Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs. But sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Steeler defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass. So 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the number 1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take a...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jefferson moving in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Not a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
Stop. Hey, tight. Go.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Allen in the offense staying put. They'll go for it on 4th. In motion right, that's Hardman. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Blaster, drill green, clawed red, black ultra, needle blue. Set.
Here's Love. Pass complete to Austin on the comeback route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Red,
First
cycle.
and 10 at the 48-yard
Let's go
line.
now. You 50, green, 6. Ready?
Love now. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
At the 38-yard line.
Blue, go. White, white, steel, black. Slide blue. Hut, hut.
Working out of the gun. Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jaden Reed, 62 yards. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
In motion right, that's Hardman. Now Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 35.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Allen gonna throw. Now he's gonna step up and run. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. James Cook, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they're both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here we go. Here's 6. Mega. 50. Grit. Steel. Black. Smash. Red. Ready.
Love. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
43 rail.
First down.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Trail green.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Down. Needle. 60 red. 60 trail. Yellow. Claws red. Hut.
Back to throw. Love. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
11 more yards. That's another
Hey, go
Steelers
Go
first
big.
down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Red. Cycle. Set.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Second and 10.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
White. White. Steel. Black. Set. Hut.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Yellow. Zoom. Yellow. 22. 6. Mega. Ready. Ready.
That is caught. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
That's good for us Steelers. First down.
Yellow.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Black Ultra. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Ready. Edo blue. Hey, green. Claws red. Black shot. Blaster, six.
Looking to throw. Love. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Roman Wilson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
The Bills, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
In motion right, that's Hardman. Allen now looks to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Allen to throw it. And Cook has it left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Offensive Brown 80. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. Half 10. Monday. What's that?
Here's Allen. This will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A final shot before half for Allen. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit,
that's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play here for Buffalo. An even 50 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Alert! Green Knight, alert!
To the air, Allen. And this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Alert, alert, alert! Pass. Gun. What's that?
To throw, it's Allen. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Throwing now is Allen. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
38. Ready?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here's Jones. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Allen. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They do go for it. Here's Allen. That's down the field for Jefferson. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. Fourth down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal, Buffalo.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
They're going to try and run. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Check smash.
Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And the Steelers first down. First
Red,
and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Steel, grill, green. White. Hut.
Now Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
That's another Steelers first down.
Ready?
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Love now. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jaden Reed with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And complete, right side to Cook. Down the sideline he goes. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And again, it's Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Here's Love. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. On the give, it's Warren. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Mega. Spike. Green Jack. Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
45. Blue striker. Needle blue. 10.
Throwing. Love. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Black Ultra. Red Cycle. Ready.
Glove. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Allen. That's caught left side by Hardman. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Alert, alert, alert. What is that?
Now Allen. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one goes for 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
A handoff for Warren. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Ultra. Go Ultra. Set, hut. Ready, ready.
Warren will try the right side. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Second down, 8 yards to go.
It's second and 8.
Go blue. Black Ultra. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. Completes Austin here over the middle. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now 1st and goal.
Hey, go Fury. Come on. Smith, red. Yellow, 43. Hut, hut.
Warren is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Red. 33. Yellow. Ready.
Warren going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is 3rd and goal.
Shot. Quit. Ready. 6-10. Go steal. Set, hunt.
Here's Warren. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ready?
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Red, 38. Go red. Fight, 97. Drill green. Red, cycle.
Love. That's to his running back, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
38, Bills 34.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Allen. That's complete. It's Cook.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Allen. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
To throw is Allen. Completes this to Jefferson. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
Throwing, Allen. Finding Hardman. And he will have the conversion on 4th down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Allen. That ball caught by Campbell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Allen. This ball intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Bills come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Pittsburgh, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign.
Woo! Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see my knee. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it for shouted, he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front to back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it, bricks. If you in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know